Oh my god. Why does it say lap 1 of 3? Alright. Anyways, welcome. That was so confusing. I was like, why is it lap 1 of 3? I was like, did we mess that up? Anyways. Yeah, it was a glitch. It completely caught me off guard, though. But anyways, welcome everyone. This is Zenith Online Racing. I'm Biga. We're back here again. This is Tier 2. We're in Australia this week. Alongside me, we got a new driver. He's been with us a couple weeks now. Jumping in the booth. Feeling pretty comfortable. It's Ilter Stan, but to make things a little more smooth, we're just going to stick with Stan for the broadcast. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's always nice to get a new voice up in the booth, and yeah, looking forward to having you on board. We got quite the roster of commentators here, to be honest. Speaking of roster, there's only 15 cars here tonight. This is one of the lowest turnouts I think I've seen the entire season, so I would say it's not bad given this is the first time it's been this low all year. But unfortunately for tonight's broadcast, we've only got 15 cars racing out on track for you, so might have a couple people, stragglers, show up between quali and the race, but I don't think that'll be too many of those. So just gonna check in. Dry race. So Aerostrike says dry race. I don't know if anybody's tuning in. How is the audio sounding for Stan so far? We'll just talk if someone can just let us know when they get a chance. Yeah. Someone will let us know eventually if they can't hear you. Mine should be fine. I don't really mess with my audio settings too often. So right now I'm on board with Scavney. He's starting the first hot lap of the qualifying session. Looking pretty slick in that Mercedes. No Stan. It says, I don't think they can hear you. Because he is talking at the moment. And you guys can't hear that, then no Stan. So what you want to do is pop in your audio settings real quick in the party and allow, there's some sort of privacy settings you have to fix that will allow your audio to be shared in this broadcast. So if you can just get that going, I'm just gonna do a little quali thing until you think you've got it, or you can actually message somebody in the Discord as well, and they can help you if you're not sure where to go. Technical difficulties, stand by. We'll be alright. It's not a big deal. That's why we get it sorted in quali. Scavney with a 1:21.8. If I recall from Monday, I think in the 20s is what we're looking for some of the top times. So Scavney got some work to do, I think. Can't remember. I think it was low, like mid-20s or something. GP is moving through Sector 3 at the moment. Looks like he's on his first push lap. Let's ride the rest of the lap with GP Colin here. Driving that Ferrari. The new home of Carlos Sainz. Which is going to be pretty interesting, I think. I don't know if Sainz... we haven't seen him in a top team, so we don't know how he's going to behave, but obviously they're bringing him in to support Leclerc more so than beat him, I would think, but Sainz given the opportunity, would he beat him? You never know. 22.4 for GP on this medium, so that's a fairly competitive time given the compound difference between him and Scavney. I'd say that they're, eliminate the tire difference, they're running pretty similar lap times there. Arrow strike. Looks like he's on a cooldown lap. He's not really pushing at the moment. We have Bark School zipping along. I think he just took this seat full time. I can't remember who else was in McLaren before this. That might explain why he's taking the seat. Oh, did Mario... Oh, Mario moved to Renault? Oh, wait. I just realized there's no chicken. Is chicken bowed out for now, then? Of the baby. Yeah, fair enough. Little chicken nugget, so he's taking a little break for the rest of this season, I guess. Oh, fair enough. I mean, totally understandable. It's a video game. Real life comes first, and he'll always be welcome here. I'm sure he's tuned in when he can. So, howdy to you, chicken, and hope everything's going good with the little chicken nugget. You know, a few months from now, it'll be a chicken strip. I don't know, can anyone hear Stan yet? He was explaining that, he explained to me that chicken bowed out. There you go. Yeah, they'll get you in there. Someone will be able to help you if you haven't figured it out. It's like in the party options, and then also in your privacy settings on your like PlayStation account as well. There's two places you gotta check. I can't remember which one, but you know, you oh, okay. Can't hear him. True, because you changed the settings after. Okay, yeah, do that. I'm just riding with Bobby, so if you want to leave, I'll get you a quick invite. He's just finishing his lap, so I'll do that now. I don't know if I need to invite you again, but at least get you a fresh one you can use. You just gotta leave the party, I think. Then I can invite you again. Oh, my lord. Anyways. 1 second, guys. It's the hiccups of getting new people integrated. Always tricky the first time around. There we go. Back with Bobby. Gotta find someone else. Someone else should be on a flyer. Got a Haas car coming across. But Romney, I think, he just put that lap time up. 23-1. Yeah, it looks like he just finished a run. Good lap time. This Haas car's been running pretty close to one another lately. Out on the mediums right now, it's a pretty short field tonight, so running on the mediums in quality is a pretty good option, given that you're probably more likely to get into the top 10 on them. Alright, you are back. Hopefully it's fixed itself now.
Yep, I think I found the setting, so the guys should be able to hear me. Please let us know.
Yeah, and we also need to make sure your volume's good, but you sound mixed with the volume well in my headphones, so I would imagine it's okay on the stream.
Just let me know.
Stan is here. Boom. Done.
Woohoo.
There we go. 8 minutes left in quality.
Great.
Time to make you a star. Yeah, alright. Where are we going here? Scabney? Scabney looks like he's down. on his previous run. So he is pushing, so right now he's caught up to Soy.
No,
Maybe
no.
not.
No, I think he's going to the pits right now.
Yeah, he's low on fuel. So he says he got 0 laps though on that time, 21.8. On that tire, so if he maybe he just realized the time wasn't good enough, so he bailed. That may be what it was. Bark School. He's turned it down, so he's finished that run. He's got a 22.1. Arrow with a 22.6.
He's
Arrow
starting
definitely
that up right now.
Yeah, let's ride with Arrow,
Yeah.
championship leader, on board with him. Let's take this stuff off the screen here, give you a little bit of a better view. Leave the lap time up though, of course.
We have a lot of guys that are going to improve because the laps they did with the mediums, and I think the strategy for today is soft and mediums.
Soft hard is a safer bet, but yeah, soft medium is doable, I think. So I think we will see some guys run that. Either way, there's likely going to be a safety car or two regardless. So
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's too bad regardless of what you run. Alright, Aerostrike making his way through the final turn now. Keeps it nice and smooth on that exit. Doesn't run too wide. And he is going to a 21.1. So almost into the 20s. Yeah, but provisional pole, 7/10 up on Scavney's run. So Aero leaps and bounds ahead right now. Looks like Axton on an outlap. He's just coming towards the final couple corners of Sector 3. So why don't we get we'll get on board with Axton and see what he can do. He's probably going to be the closest challenger to Arrow for pole position today, I would think. Maybe GP gets his nose in there. Pace Dogs too. See what happens here. But Axton turning everything up, opens that DRS, and away we go here. Looking pretty, I don't know, I wouldn't say, it doesn't look like he's really pushing right now. Like, I think he's definitely, I mean, he's gone purple, it says, so that's good. Doesn't look like he's, you know, wringing the neck of the car, though. Like, so if he is going this quick, he's definitely in very good control. He's probably got a really nice setup. He looks very steady on this run. And purple once more, so could Axton be heading for provisional pole. A little bit of a wobble there. Just had to lift out of that a little bit. Probably won't cost him too much time, but definitely a little bit.
Yeah, but for sure he's going to be
Yeah, he has hit every apex perfectly. That was one of the tidiest laps I think I've ever rid on board with in this tier. Just looked completely in control. 21.1, so that little bobble probably cost him that pole. I think he would have had it without that little wobble.
Oh, and I don't think he'll have time to do another lap.
No, he's out on. He's running out of fuel. By the time he's back
he
in the pits, yeah, he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough time to get back out. By the way, how slow the pit crew is, not a chance. Not a chance. Who do we have here? We got a Haas rounding towards the end of the lap here. It's Eric. He's invalidated. He's on an outlap though, so he's about to start a flyer. Checking with Lit Romney. He's slowing down to let Pace Dogs through. His Pace Dogs on a run. Pace Dogs is on a run. It looks like. So let's ride through the end of the lap here with Pace Dogs. He's low on fuel as well, so we'll not have time to get back out there. This is going to be it. I don't think he'll have enough fuel to do another lap. And this is 22.6, so not the greatest time there from Pace Dogs. Him and GP both struggling a little bit today. 6th and 7th at the moment. Getting right out of the way for everybody there. Soy Loco is rounding about for his hot lap.
I'm going through it's Eric right now, who's in a hot lap.
Yeah, I think he just started that. I was trying to keep track of who was starting them and not. He looks like he's gone purple there, though. He's up 7. Oh, yeah, he was up almost 7/10, and he absolutely turned in too early there.
This second sector was purple for him.
Yeah, I know, it's so really frustrating. He does have time to do another run, though, and it looks like he's got the juice, and his fuel light's not on, so he's really slowing it down here, and good call, because he's got the gap. Harvest that ERS and go for it again. I think he's got the time in him, for sure. See if he can pull it off. We'll get back to him shortly. We'll get back to, who's this, Scavney? He's just starting a hot lap. Let Romney. He's about to finish a hot lap, so let's check in with him. .22.3 for Lit Romney, so he beats out the Ferraris. That's good for him. I don't think those Ferraris are going to have GP just starting his final run, so he might have a chance to get ahead of Lit Romney, but I think Pace Dogs is done and out of fuel as well, so not a chance he's getting back out there. Remember, Pace Dogs did switch over to a wheel a few weeks ago, though, and he's right there with his teammate right at the moment, so that's a big improvement for Pace Dogs. I think he was struggling in qualifying the last few weeks, and you know, got into the points last week just by keeping it on the road, and could be in a position to do that again this week. Back to it's Eric, I guess. Yeah, he's about to finish his second lap now, but he had to retry. I don't know. Did you see any of his splits for the sectors?
Sorry?
Did you see any of his split times during the sectors, or no?
No. I was...
Looks like he...
thinking the other drivers.
He's only 6th. I think he used, he used the best of his tires and his engine on his first run there, and unfortunately, I don't think he got the best out of the car that second lap and lost out a bunch of time because he had a purple sector there. But here comes GP. Can he fight for pole here? No one's touched that time at the top yet. They're into 5th, so good improvement for GP, but nowhere near the top.
Yeah.
Looks like Zenith got a really late run in on the mediums here. And he's on a lap at the moment. I don't know if anybody else at the back end there is it Wolfsburg?
The mediums.
Comes Wolfsburg. Looks like he's up on his previous lap time, which should give him a pretty big jump up the board, I think, if he can make the stick. 23 flat, so no, I couldn't make it stick. Yeah, Zenith on the mediums this late in the quali session. He's up 3/10 on his previous time. That is not going to give him much, but it will put him just inside the top 10, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how. Well, that's his strategy, I guess. Prefers to start on mediums than to
he's
start
just
on
here.
the top 10.
He's just here for fun anyway. I mean, 22 flat, so I think that put him up to 8th. Yeah, not bad.
Oh, that's really
yeah,
good.
he found a couple extra tenths in that final sector, it looks like.
So pole position for Arrow.
Yeah, what else is new? Actually, Axton wasn't too far off there. But yeah, like we were on board with that lap, and I think that little bobble is that the difference between second and first there for Axton. Scabney picks up 3rd, Bark School 4th, GP 5th, Soy Loco 6th. It's Eric is in 7th. Jinit's 8th. Bobby 9th. Lit Romney 10th. Pace Dogs 11th. Terminal Deity 12th. JXW 13th. Wolfsburg in 14th. And Mario will start in 15th. So all those guys outside the top 10 get the tire choice, though. And I think with such a short field today, that's going to be pretty helpful for them. I think Jinit was the only one on the mediums in the top 10.
Yeah, he was almost the only one in the mediums that did. Well, almost the only driver that went for mediums. Together with, I don't know which one was the last one.
Sorry, what was your question there?
No, yeah, I was just observing that Zenith went for the mediums. He was the only driver who went for the mediums, apart from the one that came into the last place. I don't remember which one it was.
Mario 15th.
Mario, yeah.
Yeah, he was 15th, but I mean, he doesn't have to start on those tires regardless, right? So only Janet will start the race on mediums inside the top 10. Everybody outside the top 10 probably would start, I would think, on the mediums just because of the safety car likelihood. It's quite likely that they'll have the safety car, so running on the mediums gives you a bit of an option. You can either stay out if it's an early one, or you can pit if it's time to come off of them. I'm not sure.
So I checked the pit windows for the different set of tires. So we have softs around 11 and 13 laps, mediums around 17 and 19 laps, and hards around 23 and 25 laps.
Yeah. Right. So in theory, the softs and the mediums should be a viable strategy. I just think I think the issue with this track is that the tires tend to wear a little more than they suggest, and then also there's a lot of corners that can catch you out if you're running on worn tires, especially that S.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't know how many people dropped out there Monday night. It was there, and the fast right-hander in sector 1 as well catches a lot of people out as well.
Yeah, yeah. Those turn 5 and 11 and 12, starting the third sector. Those are the most dangerous and the most the turns that the drivers most need to take care, right?
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be pushing too hard through there, especially once your tires start to drop off. So you want to build your gaps early in this Grand Prix, especially if you're going to run a soft medium strategy. I think you need to really push early, because once you find that little gap, then you can kind of get away. The DRS trains here are just awful. It's very hard to overtake, so track position really is everything. And I think running on the mediums, if you are outside the top 10 and there's a safety car in say lap 6 or so, puts everybody in a really tricky position. Speaking of, let's take a look at what attire everybody is on. Bring up all that data, I'll close that menu. Telemetry. I'm going to leave it off for a little bit. I don't care for it too much at the beginning.
So most of the drivers outside the top 10 went for mediums. We have JX on hards and Bastos in 11th place on softs. The only driver to pick the soft tires, despite of being in the strategic pole.
I feel like he's just trying to get his pit stop out of the way. He's banking on a safety car. Um,
Mhm.
you know, like if he goes onto the hards, I think soft to hard strategy is viable. I think soft to medium is viable. So if you go on the hards early, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you can get to the end on them, and that may be his intention. Starting on the sauce, I think JX definitely going in for the long haul here. Uh, Definitely don't want to get a broken wing on the hard, so he's got to be very careful in the first couple turns. If you start on the
Yeah, maybe
hards and you
he's
break
looking
your
for a
wing, you're
safety car
basically
too.
ruined your entire race. It's so risky.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe JX is waiting for a safety car to overtake everyone
That's what I was thinking.
when they stop. Yeah.
Alright, the last cars have made the final corner. We are forming the grid. Get this thing underway. Let's get those lights on. Should be any moment now. Here we go. The Australian Grand Prix, Tier 2. Here we are. Aero Strike's on pole. Axton's in second. See who gets the better launch. Got 5 lights on. And they're off. Away they go. Aero Strike. It looks like Axton has bogged down. He's got a really bad start there. It looks like Scavney and Barkschool both got ahead. Oh, Axton sticks it down the inside to defend. Oh, and he's touched by his teammate Soy. Oh, Axton's put in the wall. I think they bumped. And Axton drops right down to 15th. That awful start put him in such a bad spot. Whoa, a lot of cars side by side here. Back to the front here. Looks like Barkschool, GP, looking for some space there. Barkschool must have had an error. He was pretty close to the front there, was he not? He got caught up in something. Here comes Bobby. He's taking a look at his teammate now. And Bobby got a really
We have
nice
a
haul
Ferrari
down the
off.
back straight here. Oh, Pace Dogs is off.
Face off. Yeah.
Is he still in the race, it looks like. It doesn't look like he's lost any of his wheels, so he's going to keep going. But Bobby has got alongside his teammate Barkschool, and they're side by side here. And yeah, Bobby gets the move done. So Bobby up into 5th now. Good move there. GP Colin chasing down Soy Loco now. Definitely made contact, I think, with Axton. Very unfortunate. Last person you want to hit is your teammate.
Axton coming into the pits now.
Yeah, no surprise. He smacked the wall pretty hard. Yeah, we're on board with GP here. Trying to hunt down Soy. And behind, we have quite the train forming up here behind Bobby. So we have Barkschool, Zenith, Lit, Romney, Wolfsburg, Terminal Deity. It's Eric. All tucked in behind, and JXW not far off on those hards either. So JX kept it tidy in the first couple laps. He's already got a place on Axton now, and looks like he's got all of his front wings. So strategy looking okay so far. Doesn't really matter to these guys in front because they're all on soft tires anyway. You can just hang within the reach of those guys and run a really smart stint. He can do well today. Great shot there as these guys pass through the S's. Not too far back there. So here's Axton making his way through Sector 1. He is a mile behind. 30 seconds off now. Bobby has made it by Soy, so Soy must have made a mistake here. Because GP and Bobby are ahead now. Yeah, Soy's gone into the pits, so he must have damage as well. Oh, Bobby's hit the wall, I think. He has. Did he take a piece of his wing with him, too? I think he did. Looks like his end plate is gone. And he is under threat from Zenith now. Yeah, so Bobby's lost his end plate. Zenith's going to be all over the back of him now.
And Gary has damage as well.
Did he just touch him? I think Zenith just got put in a bad spot there. But with that extra grip, he just goes right around the outside, and I think he's got the place here. And yeah, he does. Good move from Zenith. And here comes Lit Romney now. Looking to pick off Bobby next. So already some gaps forming at the front there. But we do have some good scraps going on in the midfield right now as well.
Yeah, Restrike built a lot of gap there.
Yeah.
Really nice for him right now that we are on with DRS enabled, as well as Scapney, Colin, Park School. Yeah, everyone has more than a 1 second gap between them.
Yeah, so all those guys in the top 4 are kind of sitting in a comfy spot at the moment. I mean, if I was Bark School and I had a cushion like that, I'd be pretty content with it. But you know, Zenith is slowly whittling that gap down, and then. But yeah, Arrow really benefited from from Axton's bad start. And Axton just struggling there, kind of put a bit of a squeeze on everybody into turn 1, except for Arrow, who was able to just kind of scamper off. And yeah, he's just really taking advantage of that. It's 3-second gap already now on lap 4, so don't know if Arrow's going to be caught today, especially now that he's in clear air. He can really manage his tires, and he's very excellent at managing the tires, so I have no doubt in my mind that he's just going to run a soft medium stint. Unless he messes up and hits the wall on his own accord, I can't really see him losing control of this race at any point now. Zenith maybe, though, could pose a threat. Depends how close he can get on his stint here. Oh, Omni just had a big moment there. Looks like he slowed down and almost looked like there was a safety car deployed or something. It looked like he just messed up.
It's a really nice position for Park School. It's his debut. Yeah, I jinxed him. Sorry.
Yeah. I guess you're a true commentator because you cursed him in the second you mentioned his name.
Yeah, I'm shutting up. Sorry, Bark.
Yeah. Yeah, big moment there. So, I mean, Zenith obviously is really going to be putting the pressure on now.
Yeah.
And behind,
maybe
we really only have one other battle behind. It's Terminal Deity and JXW, so we'll get to that when we can. But looks like we might have a bit of a slow evening here. We definitely might have to go through those standings. Hopefully they're updated by the time we need to.
The Wolf is in a really good position as well. He made 7 places from his starting position. Yeah,
Wolfsburg. That's a good point actually. Wolfsburg, yeah. It's on the medium tires in position 7. He's got a nice cushion around him. He's actually sitting in a great spot. JXW as well. The hards worked out for him. He's sitting in 8th on the hards, so he can just really extend now. But Terminal Deity really is applying the pressure, and he needs to get by really Terminal. He doesn't want to waste much time stuck behind a guy on hards. Mark School all over the road here. Looks like his soft tires are really starting to struggle already. Zenith just completely turns it up here, and he's going right down the inside and through. Yep. Zenith gets the move done.
Yeah, at this point, the mediums are going to be a little faster, maybe, or in a few laps than the softs.
Mark School looking to fight it back. He gets a pretty good exit down the inside here. Doesn't look like he's got enough power though. Zenith just has the juice at the moment, and I think that is pace. Oh, it's Eric actually. Someone just left the pits there. I think it's Eric. So
yeah, Eric abandoned. Just like
Eric and Pace Dog's already lapped.
Yeah, both of them already retired.
Oh. Park School, yeah, huge moment there. Oh, JXW Terminal. And JXW holds the place for the time being, and Soy Loco is out, and that's a safety car. So guys stayed out on the softs. I don't know. I guess if you're on the softs, it's time to pit. That ruins Arrow, though, man. He had a 6.5 second lead already. He was gone. So that's good news for the guys behind. It is a massive gap for 6 laps into the race. That's good news for the guys behind. Bad news for Arrow, but will he pit? He does have a bit of a cushion still, so he'll definitely come out and I think he might get in front of Jinnit if he pit now. He has to, really. He really needs to get out in front of Jinnit, though. If he can get out in front of Jinnit under the safety car, he's set. If not, then he might be in a bit of trouble here. Jinnit's pit, though, so that's not really a worry now. Jinnit must be going to the hards.
Oh, it's been... yeah.
Yeah, he has to be going to the hards. Everybody going to the hards now. Not a bad idea. At this point, I think you can get to the end on the hards. You have to. So Jinnit pit, GP pit, everyone's going in. And Wolfsburg stays out. He's on the hards, so it's Wolfsburg tucked in behind his teammate now. He can play that nice blocker role. He's on the mediums, though. And he can sit behind and play a nice assistive role for his teammate Arrow. Not that he really needs to. Arrow was controlling this race anyways, but as we mentioned, JXW starting on the hards now puts himself in third, so he can... with Terminal behind on 6-lap-old mediums, too, Terminal will provide a bit of a gap, a bit of a buffer here for JX. And he might be able to kind of keep those other guys at bay. We'll have to see. It's going to be interesting. I like that I see Wolfsburg in second, though. I want to see how he does. Looks like my cat closed my stream.
So the first right left-hander is going to be, I don't know, with those tires a little cold. I hope nobody spins there. And in the first sector, finishing the first sector actually.
On the cold tires?
No, with the new tires, but with cold tires.
Cold tires, especially after the safety car. I honestly think the safety cars we had on Monday, like almost instantly, as soon as they were over, someone would spin and crash because their tires were too cold and they would just be pushing. And yeah, it was. You see, I would just want to point out Pace Dogs here is actually unlapping himself. Which no, we've told everyone that's okay. We've said it's fine, like, because you get disqualified. See how he's got disqualified here, but it doesn't actually take him out. It lets him keep going. So we just ignore the fact he got disqualified and just pretend he's part of the race still.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really nice stuff.
Yeah.
The codemasters should think about this.
Yeah, exactly. If they could just get rid of that penalty, even they don't even really need to like tell everybody that, you know, just don't disqualify the guy. So, you know, we actually have to pay attention to where he finishes now, so that we know if he actually did get back in there. But he's got plenty of time to catch up. I think he might actually catch the pack by the time they're released from safety cars. So, really good decision there to unlap himself. And I don't know if anyone else behind is lapped. I guess, who was back there? If anyone else is lapped, you can unlap yourself if you can hear us. Because once you're lapped as well, you're also ghosted, so you can kind of just drive through. Like, you can drive through half of, like, the whole field until you unlap yourself, and then you're not ghosted anymore, right? So, everyone was complaining of the fact that they made the lapped cars get ghosted, and I was like, yeah, I get it. It's kind of tacky, but it does work in a situation like this. Like, Pace Dogs can kind of just push through the field and get himself unlapped, and it doesn't really hurt anybody. You know, just for the sake of sport. Because look where they are. Like, they're... You know, he's about to start his next lap, and they're only halfway through the lap right now.
Yeah, the safety car should end in this lap, right?
I think it will, and that will really slow the field down.
Yeah, I don't think Pace Dogs will make it then.
No, but they're really going to have to back off, right? So keep an eye on the bottom left. It'll tell you if it is coming in. And then we'll see the field really back off. I think it would have told him probably here it tells you where they are on the map. It told Puff pretty late on Monday. They told him very late that the safety car was coming in, so I think it is staying out. So Pace Dog's going to catch up here. Yeah, it stayed out. Beautiful move. So it's great that he, you know, it says he's disqualified, but it doesn't actually disqualify him. I find that odd. It's weird,
Yeah,
right?
but
It's like a bug almost.
we can see, yeah, we can see his
Yeah,
TV pod, right?
yeah, but it still keeps him in the timing too. Like the timing is updating and everything too. It's not like it's put him as a disqualification. Like he's been left on the track really. So I don't understand really the coding there at all. Codemasters, ironic.
Yeah, that's really weird. If you are disqualified, why
Yeah, exactly.
would they?
It's
Well,
absurd.
yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah, anyway.
but it works for us,
Yeah.
so the guys can lap themselves.
Yep.
So in the front we have really different strategies. I mean we have hards and then mediums and hards and mediums.
You know what the other advantage is? He's going to have really warm tires compared to everyone else because he's been running racing laps. You know, like you think of these guys have been on cold tires for 2.5 laps here, and now Paystox just rolls up with 2 hot laps in.
Yeah.
Anyway, there he goes. He's done it.
Yep.
Brilliant. I'm glad we figured that out. Safety car in this lap. Perfect timing. So now Aerostrike takes control and he'll back the field up here. And now Paystox, really, everybody's... No one's going to have their tires as warm as Paystox right now. So he might actually get a couple places off the guys in front of him.
Yeah.
Aerostrike really backing things up here. The safety car is moving through the second of the right-handers at the moment. Really only has about so a turn and a half left, and then it'll be across the pit line. I mean, if Aero can go anytime now, for sure.
Yeah, but I
it's
think
definitely across the line.
Oh, he's up. Okay. He stepped on the gas.
Yep. Oh, Wolfsburg, no! He's gone deep on the restart. Those cold tires causing damage already. And he's already lost 3 places. That's so unfortunate. Scavney, is he going to get him here? Wolfsburg going to be still struggling with the grip a bit. Scavney turns it up. And looks like Scavney made it stick. There we go. So, GP Holland now looking at back of Wolfsburg. Is he going to send it? It goes around the outside very late. Wolfsburg defends that deep down the inside, and here comes Jinnit on those hards. Taking a look at GP here. How's Paystox doing back there? Looks like he's very close to Late Romney.
Yeah, actually Romney went down the back. I think he's fine. I didn't see him, but I saw that he went down the field very quickly.
Just watching the battle here with GP and Wolfsburg still. Oh, someone's off!
Oh,
Who is that?
yeah, it's
Is
a
it
Mercedes,
JX?
I think. Oh no, it's JX.
Yeah, JX has dropped right to the back of the field here. I don't think he took anyone with him, did he? No, looks like everybody else got through clean.
Yeah.
Wolfsburg has been picked off by GP and Jinnit now as well. So Terminal 80 sitting in third. He's on the oldest set of tires right now. And Wolfsburg also on 10-lap old mediums too. We've got 3 wide behind here. Oh, that's tight. Arc School and Wolfsburg side by side. Looks like they kept it clean, and here comes Bobby too. Bobby backs out of that smartly.
Making a McLaren sandwich.
Yeah, they're working their way through there. They're going to get some good points tonight if they can get ahead here. Arc School is sitting in a great spot. Bobby probably can get to the end.
Yeah, Barkle making a really great job on his debut as a full-time driver.
And Axton too, now applying the pressure to Bobby. So Axton in the hunt now too. Kind of forgot about Axton sitting in 9th, but he could do some damage from 9th with the hards. Oh, there's contact there. I see a piece of wing. Looks like a piece of end plate of Bobby is gone. It looks like, yeah, I think he got into the back of Wolfsburg there, and Axton goes through. Great chopper cam there. Look at the action up here. Oh, Jenny just gets a little bit of a bump there from Bark School. Everybody looking for a bit of space. Terminal Dady finally dives in. He needs to get off those tires. Probably should have done it under the safety car. Not sure he got the field spread he needed to really take advantage of there by staying out. Bark School and Axton very close here. Axton sends it around, and he closes the door here as they approach the next turn. Axton, job done. Picking his way through. So Zenith next on the list for Axton. That'll be a tough scrap. Surely will not be easy. We got some cars side by side here. That is Mario and I guess it's Romney. But Mario in that Renault, so he's taking the place of Chicken alongside his buddy Coxie. Part of the reason I think he moved to Tier 2 in the first place was to just race with Coxie because they were getting along, and now they're teammates. But unfortunately, Coxie was not able to make it into the lobby tonight. He's having some issues there, so pretty unfortunate. But Mario doing well here. It's in the points at the moment, so that's good news for him.
There's been a well, Zenith just overtook GP Calling. So Zenith on the podium right now.
Yeah,
Hards.
so I don't know if you're aware, but like when a guy has a full-time seat, he doesn't count in the results. So like even if Zenith finishes first, he won't actually like win. Like Arrow would still win or whatever.
Right. No, I forgot that Zenith is on Tier 1.
Yeah, so Zenith's just here for fun, but nonetheless, still a great result. And I mean, that's kind of why we allow it, right? Like, we want to see the actual racing, and we want to see those battles and stuff, and it kind of spices the field up if we put more drivers out there for everybody. And, yeah, just makes it a little more interesting, and fills out the grid a bit, because we were running pretty low tonight. A lot of action at the front here. GP accident, Scavney duking it out here, and that has brought It's Eric into the picture as well. It's Eric sends a late move down the inside there on GP, and he gets it done. That was a very late move, and it was a very nice one. Excellent job there. I think GP was probably caught a little off guard by that. But all fair game in my opinion. Oh, It's Eric just had to lift there as he was following Scavney closely, and GP and Bark School very close behind here. Almost 4 cars into the corner at once, and the Mercedes is off. And is Scavney, he's lost out.
Lost out 2 positions right there.
It's Eric with a big lockup, and GP follows him. GP taking that inside line, kind of covering it off. Not giving Bark School a chance there. But this is where Bark School can really take a look. Get that extra DRS. Not close enough. And Scavney's had to pit, so obviously picked up some damage perhaps.
Didn't seem like it. It seemed like he just spun. Maybe he crashed earlier in the lap.
Because I thought his strategy was good. Like I didn't think he needed to pit again. So if he's gone into the pits, he must have had some damage, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought he was on a similar strategy with the other hard runners that he was battling with, like Eric and Bark School.
So with all the battles that we had, and with all the incidents, we have Mario on 7th place. We have Eric, who was at the bottom of the field on 4th place. That's, I mean, we were talking about him, but yeah, that's, I mean, it's Eric here is saying comeback is real, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. And we've seen it before. It's not like he's won a race. He definitely has some good race pace. He's definitely capable as well. So right now he's heading the charge towards the top 3. Technically, he is in the last podium spot once we take Janet out of the picture. So sitting in a really good spot actually. So interviews after the race right now at the moment would be Arrow, Axon, and Eric. And Eric's been in the interviews a few times lately. Coxie's joined, actually. He has made it into the lobby. Unfortunately, it's halfway through the race. I guess he could unlap himself a few times if we get a few safety cars.
So
yeah, we got
Axton
Mario.
also.
Quite a little battle here.
Axton also. I mean, he was on the back of the field as well. He went out, I think, on turn 1 on the first lap. And now he's on the podium.
Oh, here comes Mario. Looks like he's going to get a run on Bark School here. He sends it around the outside. Oh, and he goes too deep. Unfortunate for Mario. He was very close there. And he's going to put himself into the clutches of Lit Romney now, who is closing into the rest of this group, and he's also on a similar strategy with the tires. So good news for Lit Romney is that he can fight here and gain a few extra places. Mario looking like he's struggling on those softs a little bit now.
Yes, I don't think those softs are going to last that much longer. Maybe he...
Pace Dogs and Terminal having a little scrap here. Oh, Pace Dogs just struggling a little bit for traction there, and Terminal goes around the outside, using a bit of the grass to get the extra grip, but Pace Dogs turns that battery up, and now is going to fight this back. Oh, Terminal off the track to try and save the car there. He does get the move done, and Pace Dogs has backed right off. I would think technically Terminal was an illegal overtake, but Pace Dogs really dropped right off. You can't really slow down and give him the place back when he's lost 2 seconds already.
Yeah, very painful for him.
I think it was more of a safety thing than, you know, he didn't gain anything by going off the track and cutting into the grass a bit there. Other than he ended up finishing the move, but you know, I think overall he's being safe rather than putting both drivers at risk there. Scavney and Pace Dogs now. Scavney goes through. And here comes Bobby as well. Pace Dogs just getting picked off here. Really struggling at the moment. Tough to see. He's transitioned to that wheel and he's been struggling for, you know, consistency. He does have a good 1 lap pace still, but the consistency's been a little off, and it's frustrating because we know Pace Dogs is capable of fighting for podiums, and we're not getting to see that. So hopefully by the time the next game comes out, the season's getting towards the end now anyway, and by the time the next game comes out, he should be right back on par with everybody else. So despite everything else going on in the field, which is pretty much nothing, we've had a really nice little scrap here in the midfield. This Bark School GP Mario Lit Romney battle, and then behind Bobby and Scavney pretty close to one another as well. Mario is giving me Fernando vibes here, the blue helmet and that yellow car. Maybe we'll see that next year, who knows. I think we can bring up that telemetry now too, to check out where everybody is on their batteries and whatnot. So we're moving towards the end of the race. Gap's starting to spread a little bit. Oh, GP around the outside of Lit Romney there. Looks like Lit Romney just had a little bit of an error and got on the grass, so GP snags that place. GP heading into the pits though. Going for a soft stint perhaps. And Mario as well. So Mario, what tire did he start on? I guess he can go softs again as well.
Yeah, I think...
Looks like he's gone mediums though.
Oh.
You would think softs would be the way, right? So GP's gone softs. Maybe he needed another compound in. I don't know. I can't remember what he started on, but he was last, so I would imagine he started on the mediums or hards. Good news for Mario, though, is he has got out in front of this group. He is in front of Terminal. Scavney, Bobby. So Mario comes out in 8th, and he's on the medium tire, which
Really
isn't
good
going to fall
position.
off. We know the medium tire won't fall off by the end of the race. The softs could, but Mario can get this thing fired up and get going here. He can't, if he doesn't lose a place here and get these tire warmed up, I think he's in a great spot to score a nice handful of points here, which would be a good start for his Renault campaign.
Let me check the standings here. Mario didn't get any points. I think he got 1 point on the last race, right?
Maybe, I can't remember, to be honest. But yeah, he's been struggling in Tier 2 this year. He's switched over to a wheel as well, so he's been struggling to get used to it. Part of the reason he moved to this group was just that he figured there'd be a little more competition for him because he was just way behind everybody else in Tier 1. Those guys side by side, Terminal and Scavney, and Terminal loses out there. Scavney gets that place. I think they left enough room. I think Terminal just kind of went a little deep there and got off the road. I don't think there was any...
Bark retired.
Bark must have crashed because... Oh no, he's gone in the pits to retire.
No. Yeah, he was on the pits. Retired
Maybe. And he's left right away. Maybe something came up. Sometimes it happens, you know.
Yeah.
So be like, oh, I gotta go. Something's important is happening in my life. Unfortunate though, because he was running pretty good.
Yeah, it was a really good debut for him. I bet Zach Brown was really happy. But...
Yeah. Yeah, crazy Ricardo's going there now. Speaking of Australia, we got Ricardo moving to the McLaren team next year, so pretty interesting news coming out of the F1 world. And we obviously have a big vacant seat now in Renault, and I mean, I think the obvious choice would be Hulkenberg. I mean, he's right to 1 year out of the league, 1 year out of F1. They can easily plug him back in, and they know what they're getting with him. But at the same time, you know, Renault needs a big name #1 driver. I don't know if Ocon might be able to be that guy, maybe, but at the same time, you know, you could sign a guy like Alonso. I think Alonso would come back and drive Renault. I don't think he would drive for a lesser team, but I mean,
that's a risky bet there.
I don't know. I mean, obviously they have a lot of good drivers in their youth program as well. The Renault Driver Academy has some really strong drivers. You got like Aitken, Zhu as well, the F2 rookie. He was a rookie, I guess he'll be back in another year. But there's a lot of good drivers in that Renault program, so I think even that is an option. Ocon's got enough experience. I think you can kind of have him as your sort of, you know, your consistent guy, I guess, just to be make sure you're getting points, make sure you know what you've got, a good solid driver on track, and then you can have somebody like a young rookie come in and see how they do. But yeah, I don't know. Why not? If you're Alonso, come back for 1 year, give it a shot. He would help them develop it for sure.
Could take the...
I don't think Vettel wants to drive like
for a lesser team.
Yeah. Why would you leave Ferrari if you want to keep racing? Don't leave Ferrari.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, I think they were like, oh, like he was like, oh, the contract is less, but I guess because it was 1 year. I'm not sure. Anyways, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. It's a really interesting situation. I would like to see Vettel stay in F1. I don't really think I want to see him leave, but
yeah, no, for sure.
You know, somebody like Alonso might be a better option for 1 year. Where Vettel maybe takes a break, maybe takes a year or two off, and then takes a look at the market in a year or two once he sees how 2021 shapes out and how the regulations pan out. A lot of people saying Vettel might even go to like Aston Martin or something as well. So,
that would be interesting.
You know, maybe they just drop Perez, buy him out, or even I don't think they get rid of Stroll, just because the whole point of him buying a team is to help his son win, right? In a way, so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different scenarios that could happen out there. Regardless, we'll talk about real life F1 some other time. We can talk about virtual F1 here. Terminal Deity.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we got a couple scraps here.
GP calling on fresh softs, trying to get to Mario. We have 7 laps to go.
And Mario's approaching Scabney here. It's Erica's pit to fresh softs as well, and sitting in 5th, so he's sitting in a good spot. I think he can maybe get Lit Romney. It's probably about as far as he can get today, though.
9 seconds for 7 laps, it's a lot, but
15 lap old hards.
Yeah.
They have a huge difference in pace there. But yeah, GP
their
is
teammates,
flying.
right?
Yeah, their teammates. So I would think even Lit Romney just lets him go just for the sake of not causing any issues, right? Like, what's the difference? I guess maybe Pride, he wants that podium for himself. Who knows? See what happens. But they work well together, those two. They're pretty good teammates. It is important if you... Oh, virtual safety car, okay. I was like, why did Terminal get so close there suddenly? It looks like Ace Dog's DNF.
Whoops.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crashed out there, it looks like. Not sure who's moving by him right now. I think it's Eric, yeah. Looks like he lost it on the S. There he is. Stricken Pace Dogs. And he's gone. So, anybody going to get an advantage here at the VSC? Maybe Mario can get a bit of a jump. Maybe Terminal. Stay with Mario for a moment, see if he can do something. Bobby picks up 3 seconds under the safety car. That's unfortunate. So Terminal might get Bobby anyways. Here comes Mario. They got it restarted, and GP is very close now too, so we got a nice little 3-way scrap here towards the end of the Grand Prix. That'll be fun to watch. Checking with Lit Romney at the front there. He is applying the pressure to Axton, but don't think he is going to... Actually, sorry. I guess Jinnit and Axton both took that cheap free pit stop because they had that huge cushion behind. So they've both gone under the softs under the virtual safety car. Aerostrike comfortably out in front. Don't think there's really threat of him being caught, but fastest lap may be on for Axton or Jinnit here. And Axton will more than likely get away from Lit Romney sooner than later. So we'll get back to the Mario GP scrap here. Oh, GP down the inside. It looks like he sent it. I just missed that. I was trying to get a good angle, and I just saw a red car flash by. GP gets it done. Smart Mario not to fight that. Really no point. The guy has clearly got the pace. And Mario just wants to bring this home. Doesn't want to lose any time to the guys behind. Plus, he can also get a little bit of DRS and move up the road here. Maybe get Scabney.
Yeah, I think that was a good call from Mario. So yeah, at this point, as you said, you just wanna make sure that you can go to the end. We have GP battling with Scabney, going through the inside, straight. He got it, yeah. Nothing to do for Scabney, who has a 10 laps mediums.
Yeah, but he had a really bad exit, Scabney, and that really put Mario on his tail now. Oh, yeah. He's got Terminal and JX battling behind here too. So actually JX and I think JX and Wolfsburg are actually fighting for the final point here. Sorry, JX and Terminal, because the reserves, so Jinnit won't count, right? But Wolfsburg just outside the points. Unless there's another DNF, he won't get a point, I don't think. Back to Mario and Scabney. DRS zone coming up, see if he can do something with it. He cuts that corner hard. I don't think he's going to get close enough.
No warnings.
No.
Shown.
Oh, Jinnit gets a penalty there. 3-second penalty, and it looks like Terminal missed the turn, and JX just slid right through. Terminal
actually made the fastest lap.
Axon picks up the fastest lap. Got a few more laps to go. See if anybody else can take that. So Mario trying to hang on to Scavney here. Just losing out a little bit. I think he's just lost that DRS. Oh no, he's got it back. Slipstream shot brought him just inside.
Oh, I think Scavney just hit the wall.
Yeah, something happened there because Mario just got very close. Yeah, he's missing a huge piece of his wing. He's missing all the winglets and the end plate. So he is in big trouble here. If Mario can hear us, he needs to watch out through this turn. Oh, Mario right down the inside. Nice slick move there. He saw it coming a mile away. He picked him off perfectly.
Yeah.
That was excellent. So Mario up into 7th. He's looking to score. He's gonna. Oh, he runs deep. Don't do that. Don't squander it, Mario.
3 more laps, Mario. Hang in there.
Yeah, Legit won't count. So Mario will actually pick up 6th place points if he finishes here.
Wow, that's a lot. That's really good.
That's a huge haul, given that he's been really struggling to get some points this year.
So we have Bobby now. Yeah.
Bobby taking a look, but backs out of it. Knows he's got another shot here, and he's going to get a much better exit than Scavney here. He's going to have him dead to rights, but Scavney also has DRS. That's a huge factor. Can Bobby send it late? He does. Scavney with that wing damage cannot fight it. Even with the softer tires, they're still side by side, but Bobby inevitably gets the place. And here comes JXW as well. So Scavney opted not to pit, and he's lost even more places now.
Yeah, it's costing him.
I guess he'll still get that 9th place points. He's not going to lose 24 seconds in 2 laps, but he almost crashed there. He went really deep trying to fight, and nearly lost the car fully. So something he's going to be weary of in the next 2 laps.
So we have Coxie who joined the session. A little late, Coxie, but
he joined.
We're almost finishing.
Lap 15 or so. He joined as well.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's made it halfway through.
Well, but it's a good signal. It seems like he has his PlayStation working, so
yeah,
he'll be able to join the next time.
Maybe just had an issue this time around or something, but yeah, good news for sure. Good to see you still trying to.
We have Aerostrike with a massive gap. Massive drive from Aerostrike.
Oh, Bobby's nearly lost it. Bobby had a little bit of fishtail there, and JX just almost ended up right in the back end. So JX on much fresher tires here. Looking to get through here.
Yeah, I think he can do it.
I think he can too. I don't know if he can get Mario. Mario needs to turn up the wick though and make sure he gets that gap built up before the final lap, just to be safe.
Yeah.
JX, I think, might have a run on Bobby here. Nope. Just doesn't get the exit he needs.
Nah, he'll attack him on the main straight, I think. In the second one.
He doesn't really have much battery to work with, though. Neither does Bobby, but when you're trying to make the overtake, you kind of need that advantage. So with the DRS and the slipstream, his best chance is going to be the next little straight. And Bobby gets a really good exit there. I think that's going to be enough. So he'll have to wait to the next lap maybe to get another run. And it'll be the final lap.
Oh, we're not on the final lap. Sorry,
no.
I thought we were.
I guess because they're so far behind, it would already rolled over.
No, it's that aerostrike is just so far in front.
Yeah, that's yeah. He's gone. I mean,
It's not the guys, it's Arrow.
Jinnet's taken 13 seconds out of him. It was about a 23-second lead, I think, and it's down to 10. So that's pretty impressive too. I don't imagine Arrow's really pushing at this point, but yeah, there's no reason to.
He's just playing safe right now.
JX picks up a penalty. Yeah, that's going to be bad news for him. Even if he gets a chance to send it, it might not even be worth it. No, Bobby might have penalties though too. You never really know. It's never really worth assuming anything.
Let me check it real quick.
Can Mario hang on? He's got 1 lap left. He's barely keeping that DRS to Bobby. I think he's safe. Oh, Bobby did get it. Bobby, that's going to hurt JX though. JX with a late send on the inside, under braking. Bobby goes off the road to try and hang on, but I don't think he's got it. No, he doesn't. JX, yeah. Gets the move done. Just kind of pushed Bobby. I mean, he didn't push him, but Bobby was left to go across the curbing and ended up getting a poorer exit. So it's Eric sitting in 5th right now. He's closing in on his teammate. He never really did close in as quick as we thought he would. Lit Romney did really well to keep that cushion. Mario.
So Arrow just won the race.
Yeah, I know. I completely neglected him today. I feel bad, but we got a nice scrap going here. Bobby coming back on the inside. Is Bobby going to get a DRS run here? I think he might.
Yeah, he has.
Oh,
nah, it's not gonna be.
He's not gonna be close enough now. So I think he's safe.
Even though Bobby has 2 time penalties, so
does he?
It's going to be good.
So GP brings it home in 5th. Here comes Eric. Oh, sorry, Eric's already crossed the line. So GP got Eric on time penalties. It looks like.
We have Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, bringing it across the line in fashion. Mario jumps in and stays in 7th. Does not move too much. JXW, 8th place. Bobby's in 9th, so JX gets him on the penalties regardless. Scavney brings it home in 10th for the final point, and then Terminal brings it home for the actual final point in 11th. So, not a bad race overall. It was pretty good action for most of the race, even though there was less cars than normal.
Yeah, but we still had a lot of action, I think. In the midfield, we had a lot of action, a lot of battles there. It was a really interesting race. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. It was really good up and down the field for the most part. A little dull at the front, but this happens when Arrow gets pulled and scampers away with it. So yeah, we usually do interviews on Thursdays, so I'm going to invite these 3 in and just have a little chat about the race. So wait, who actually got the 3rd? I'll have to see. So it was Jinnit there. Lit Romney, so we'll bring him in. Good result for Lit Romney. He got a podium again. So I think Haas has been on the podium quite a bit lately. Both cars scoring good points tonight. Mario picks up a good nice haul in 7th there. JX is in 8th, Bobby 9th, Scabney's in 10th, Terminal 11th, Wolfsburg 12th, and then Pace Dogs, DNFs, Bark School 14th, and Soy Loco 15th. But nice to see the unlapping working for Pace Dogs tonight, even though it didn't really pan out in the end, but nice to know that we can do that next time around. Let me get those invites out quickly. What up?
Howdy, howdy.
Mr. Podium.
Fuck.
Not bad, though. It was a pretty interesting race overall. There's some definitely some interesting things happening out there. But, yeah, nice.
Yeah, for sure,
nice work.
for sure. Thanks. Yeah, Australia is a doozy for me. Yeah, jeez. This is... What's going on? What's going on?
It's race winner Aerostrike. Back to his usual form. And then Mr. Axton. We know what kind of form he'll be in. Alright, I guess we'll start with the race winner, Aero. You pretty much controlled this thing start to finish, even with the safety cars. There wasn't really a doubt that you were going to lose control of the race. So how you feeling after that victory? You must be pretty happy given the dominance tonight.
You know, happy to be back on the top step, you know. I guess couldn't raise my leg high enough to get there last couple of races, but you know, nice to be back here. Quiet race.
Feel a little stiff this week, stepping up all the way
not
to
really,
the top.
Yeah, not really that much to say to that. Overall, I guess my pace was great.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean,
I
think
see a
lap
single
6 you had
person
like
the whole
6,
time. Which...
Yeah, lap 6 you had a 6.5 second lead, and we were like, well, thank God the safety car came out because
before that safety car, I didn't even know that people were lapped.
Yeah, some people got lapped already. It was pretty rough.
And then when Wolf got lapped, like after that, I didn't see him at all.
Yeah, I think it's just the pit stop is very long. It's a fairly short track, so I don't know. It was weird, but a couple guys were lapped pretty quick, and then we saw Pace Dogs unlap himself, and it actually worked. He caught back up to the field. It said he was disqualified on the screen like it always does, but he actually didn't get disqualified. Like, it still kept track of him and everything, like he was part of the race, and he got back around in time. So I think we should.
Yeah, we were discussing it like as it was happening.
Yeah.
And like before it happened, he's like, "Oh, can I just pass everyone because I'm a lap down?" I'm like, I don't know if that would mess up the safety car.
It didn't.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyways, pretty much, and then he just went.
Because he just goes through everybody, right? So he can kind of just like drive at will and just catch up. Like, he doesn't really have to worry. But obviously, the only people he has to worry about is other lapped cars that he's near, because they wouldn't ghost each other, right? But yeah, I don't know. It seemed to work out. But anyway, move on to Mr.
That's enough
Axton.
from me.
Yeah, we don't need to hear from you. We've got plenty of sound bites from you over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, take a seat.
There we go.
Give me that fucking mic.
Yeah. Oh.
We're
allowed.
What's
to
up?
So.
What's up, big? Yeah, it's all
No,
good.
not
Sorry,
much,
I get a pouty
just,
now. So.
Just been watching some racing, drinking a little bit of wine, you know, relaxing.
Nice.
Hanging out
Yeah, I
with my
watched some racing
hanging out
too.
with my buddy Stan.
What's up, Stan?
Hey.
Stan the man.
Stan from Argentina.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
What's up? What do you want to talk about?
I mean, usually you're a showstopper, so I usually just kind of hand the mic over and you just run away with it. And now you're leaning on me. I really don't.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little frustrated.
I don't have any material for this one.
Yeah, I know. I had the pace to, be up on that top step. Unfortunately,
True.
my
teammate
took me out.
Yeah, I forgot about
and
your
shout out to Oi Soy Loco for that one.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
I see some steam pouring out of that Red Bull garage right now. It looks pretty rough.
Yeah. I got lucky with the safety car, and the misfortune of others. I was able to capitalize on that. I think coming back from 11th place, I think I legit made a 1 pass on the track.
Yeah.
And then next thing I knew, I was in 5th, and then slowly into 4th, and then next thing I knew, it was podium. Nothing really exciting happened in the second half. It was pretty fucking boring.
Yeah.
And then the safety car virtual came out, and I figured why not dive in, and then I saw Ginnet dive in, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Came out just in front of Eric, which was nice.
Yeah.
Was it Eric or no? It was you.
Yeah. You came out in front of me.
Yeah. So, and then to set the fastest lap to get that little extra boost was a cherry on top of a shit cake. So, outside of that, and here I am.
You just got bogged out. It looked like, and then you kind of got swallowed up, and that was the end. Like.
Yeah, I have pretty shit starts most of the time. I'm lucky if I get a decent start, and then the last thing I expected was to get hit in the side pod and get blasted off the track to the right. You know, I'm just glad it didn't. I hit so hard, I'm shocked my wheel didn't blow off the car.
No, for sure. I thought it looked like a pretty big impact, but I kind of had like a side view from like Soy's side of the track, so it was hard to tell like what really happened. But I saw the way you went off, and I was like, it looked like you got smacked.
Smacked pretty good.
Smacked pretty good. But, anyway, go get.
It's like I owed him money, man.
Go get your typewriter. Go get your typewriter dusted off and file your report.
Yep. All right. Hey, Soy, you hear that? I'm coming for you.
Yeah. We'll move on to Mr. Lit Romney, who's had a few podiums this year. Actually, you guys in the Haas team have been running pretty good the last few races.
Yeah,
I think your teammate picked up some good points tonight too.
Yeah, great result for the team, and honestly, shout out to my boy Eric. Lots of teamwork exuded tonight.
I told you these guys work together.
It was really good.
What's that? I said that in the race. I was like, I think these guys work together pretty well, so I don't think we'll see any like slow ups between them if they're on different strats.
Oh yeah, for sure. So my real battle was just kind of with myself, keeping the car on track. Australia is not really my strong suit, so I went into this knowing that I just had to play it smart. I had a good start, kept it clean. I biffed it a little bit at the restart, and I was like, all right, that's it, done. You know, another Australia Grand Prix that I don't finish, but suddenly, by some glimpse of hope, only like a yellow wing. So I was able to keep going on, and what did I start on? Softs to hards was a good strategy for myself, and
nice.
Yeah, felt really good.
So keeping it clean today was the key, right, for everyone. I mean, Exton and you were just keeping it clean out there, and that's how you made it to the podium. There were a lot of battles on the midfield and a lot of crashes, incidents that made a lot of people came into the pits. So
right, and much like Axton was saying, capitalizing on those kind of helps you truck along, keeps morale high. You just keep going.
I think we would have been really well off after I got back up if we could have had one more safety car just to close the pack up, because there was no way I was going to catch 25 seconds, some bullshit like that.
Yeah, it was insane.
Good luck. Not in a 50% race. So
yeah, no way.
It just sucked that he was able to get that buffer of 15 laps before I got to the front of the pack and could start making up ground, if I was even making up any. I mean, who knows? So I mean, that's what Arrow says, but I think Ginnet was catching him, and who knows.
Yeah, Ginnet was just eating time out of Arrow, but I feel like he probably wasn't really pushing once he had like a 25-second lead. Yeah. It's like, why would you push?
I don't know. I mean, I know Arrow. He's pushing as hard as he can at every moment. So even when I'm catching him, he'll say he's taking it easy, but we all know the truth. I mean, hell, I think
that's it.
I think
he doesn't even have an answer; he just laughs. That's how absurd he finds it.
I think Lit knows that he was catching him too, so not a big deal. It's all good. We're all
50% tires, 50% hards.
How close was the nearest guy to you when that virtual came out?
Me?
Yeah.
It was Eric behind me, so I think it was at least like 10 seconds because he had just hit prior to that. So
did you pass him or did he crash?
He had a couple of moments. He had a pit, and he actually pit just before the safety car onto hards. So he was like on a really good strategy already, like just to take it to the end. But I think he had a moment as well, and then he ended up coming in for the soft, came out in front of GP, I think. And then so we were hanging on track 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun.
Yeah, because I saw him one time go around on the track through like near the end of Sector 1. I wasn't sure if that was early on though, and then I wasn't sure if you had time to pit or not.
I thought about it, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ride it out. I don't want to compromise position right now with like 5 laps or something left, 6.
Yeah. Well, hey man, congrats on the podium.
Thanks. Congrats to you guys.
Thanks, man. We could have really used Monday night safety cars. Just put it that way.
Yeah, I think we maxed out. We got all 5.
Yeah,
which is pretty ridiculous. Sure. 3 actual and 2 virtual.
3 drivers over there, you know.
It goes for a slow race.
Yeah. All right, we'll wrap it up. I don't know if you got any more questions, Stan. Feel free. But I'm ready to wrap things up. If not.
Yeah, I got nothing. I already talked my shit, so I'm good.
Yeah. You got your airtime. That's all you really care about.
I feel better. Yeah, I feel like it's, when you go out and you catch some rays in the sun, you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Hand me that mic.
Catharsis.
So feeling the energy, Yeah.
Racing catharsis.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks again, Bigga. Thanks, Stan. I'll catch you guys later.
Thank you guys.
No worries, guys. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Podium,
We'll
guys.
catch you next time, and we are signing off. We'll see you Sunday for EU.